Hi, welcome to my channel, See Mary Make, and this is my decorating video for Christmas. So for this video, I'm not going to have an intro or anything like that. I'm just going to kind of chat through this. Probably go off topic a few times because there's not really too much to tell. So here I just pulled off my fall wreath and hung up my Christmas one that I made. Now I'm moving on to a cabinet that's in our living room. And I'm just adding some of my Christmas decor to it, that little tree and my jars and a nutcracker that used to be my grandmother's, and that little Santa wax warmer is the kind you put a candle in though, like a tea light. And I'm just gonna rearrange a few times because I didn't like the way things were looking. So you'll see me just keep removing them and moving them around. And those little jars I got at Dollar General last year at the end of the season, and I got them for a steal. They were like, one was like 50 cents and the other one was like $1. So next I'm going to move on to putting the mesh and tulle on my tree, which I do this part entirely by myself. I fluff the tree for a few days after I put it up because it's artificial, pre-lit. And then after I'm content with its fluffiness, I go ahead and add on whatever kind of garland or ribbon or whatever I'm doing like that. This year I chose to do decomesh and tulle. So I've got a couple, all the decomesh that I have on there is like tan and white or cream colored. And then over top of it, I put this white tulle that has silver glitter on it. And you won't see a recording of the actual decorating part of the tree because we always do that with the kids on a night when my husband's off work, and it's just too hectic to film it. Like, you wouldn't be able to see anything, especially with the way my tree is nuzzled in between the furniture. So to do this, all I do is I start at the top, I bunch the top together, and I just shove it in the tree. I don't tie it on, or some people will use like pipe cleaners or bread ties to hold it in place. I don't do that, I just shove it in there. And then I go a little further down, bunch it together again in my hand, and just shove it in, as you can see. And there I'm removing a piece of tulle. I had actually first put just the tulle on the tree, and I thought it looked too like sparse. Like it wasn't, I don't know, like it wasn't girthy enough, I guess, and too sheer. But then when I took it off and put the decomesh on by itself, I still wanted that sparkle in there, so I just decided to do both this year. And I think it's my favorite I've done so far. I've done ribbon in the past, decomesh, garland, beads. So far, I think this combination of decomesh and the shiny, sparkly tulle is my favorite I've done. And yeah, my daughter always into everything, trying to get in the thick of all of it. I'm really happy with the way this came out this year. It's pretty easy to do. I thought, you see stuff like this online and you think, oh, that looks so pretty, but it's gonna be difficult. It's not. And I'm just going over, actually ran out of decomesh, so in the back I just put like 3 layers of tulle on that one spot, and where it's like facing the wall you can't really see it. You can just see the the tool from the side like you can here, because this is directly in front of my tree. So you can't tell that I ran out. And no, I didn't put a bunch totally in the back in the corner, because we don't. I decorate like off to the side where I'm putting that last bit of tulle, because you can see it from the window if the window's open, which it very rarely is, honestly. So now I'm moving on to my cube shelf that has like all of our shoes and hats and gloves and stuff like that in it. It's right in front of the front door almost. And I'm putting, this present, this big like fake block of ice present that my dad made me years upon years ago, before my oldest daughter was born. So it's been over 10 years since he made that for me, and I just had to replace the string of lights that was in it this year. They finally went out, and I replaced a couple of them, and they worked for a little longer, and then they went out again, and so I just had to replace them. I just took the old string out, and I'm shoving a new strand of just white lights in here that I had in my stuff already. It's a short strand. It's only a few feet long, I think. And I already put over there my little countdown calendar that I also bought at Dollar General last year at the end of the season, and I think I paid like $1.50 for it, and it's all metal. It's completely made of metal. And so here is my little gnome that I bought this year at the Dollar Tree. You see how big like that thing was in my hand? Like, it's huge for $1. And then another nutcracker that belonged to my grandmother. This little Christmas tree that I got at Hobby Lobby years upon years ago. And a candy dish. And now I'm going to fill up my tiered tray that I made just back before Thanksgiving a few weeks ago. Check out that video if you want to see how I made that. Sorry, you can't really see what I'm doing at the moment, but I'm just placing little things. So I was showing you that because these little reindeer are actually Dollar Tree Christmas ornaments. And I took the string off that you hang it with. I cut that off, and then because they didn't stand up well, they couldn't stand up on their own, I glued 2 little tower blocks that I also got at the Dollar Tree. A tower block game. Tumbling Towers game, I think that's what it's called. And I just hot glued those on the bottom to keep them standing upright. And the rest of the stuff that's in here, that little red present I put up there on the top, I got that at Dollar Tree too. That was an ornament as well that I took the hook or rope off of to hang it. And the little sign up I put on the top is from Hobby Lobby. And now I'm just weaving some little fairy lights that I got at the Dollar Tree in on the bottom tier, because it's kind of like a little winter scene down there. I've got like a snowman, a deer, a little there's some little trees in the back there. There's a little house. And now I'm just putting in filler, which is just some little mini pine cones, and then which I bought at the Dollar General for like $1. I bought, I think, 2 packages of them. And then I also have these little red and gold like mirror ornaments, mini ornaments that I bought at Dollar Tree, and I just cut the ribbons off of those to use them as filler for my tray. And so I'm just placing everything in there, just kind of plopping it in wherever there's like an empty spot. I really love the way this came out. It took me a while to find the stuff to fill the tray with. Now I'm just sticking some mini candy canes in the candy dish, which I'm sure my kids will have gone within a couple days. They've already, I didn't even put them in there, and the box is already like halfway gone. So here's what it looks like all done and completed with the little present and lights on. And I hope this gives some of you some ideas. And I love decorating for Christmas. It's such a happy time of year. And the kids really like to come down and see it all, especially since I do it all while they're either in bed or upstairs most of the time. And they don't really get to see it until it's completely done. And I just love this little present. You can buy those cubes at Hobby Lobby. And all you have to do, I think they even come with holes in them now. When my dad bought this, which like I said was over 10 years ago, there wasn't a hole in it and he had to drill a hole in it. But you can buy those at Hobby Lobby now, and I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure they have a hole in it already, and you can just stuff the lights in there and put your own little, he made the bow and put it on top for me. I'll try to link, I can't really link it, but I'll like try to put where I bought things in the description box, the things that I can't tell you where I got them, because most of this stuff came from the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, or Hobby Lobby. And here is my completed Christmas tree after we decorated it. Like I said before, I couldn't get footage of that. It was just too hectic with 3 kids trying to fit in there and my husband, everyone back and forth with different ornaments. And yes, none of my ornaments are the same. I don't have any just plain bulbs on the tree. Everything is either handmade or specially picked from places like Hobby Lobby or like Macy's. Some of them have been gifts. The only ones that are remotely the same are the little teardrop ones, and my mom gave me a set of those. I think I have like 5 of them, and they're different colors. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Bye.